And tonight at 10 o'clock, two tragic cases where children were shot by other children. This is Genesis Dockery. This cheerful 8-year-old girl was killed by her babysitter's 11-year-old son in Cumberland County. The sheriff's office filed a petition accusing the boy of manslaughter. However, so far, no charges have been brought against him or his parents. And this is the AR-15 pistol used by a 10-year-old boy who accidentally shot his 1-year-old cousin in Edgecombe County. Both the grandparent and the mother, who were at home at the time, are now facing charges. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lena Tillett.
And I'm Gerald Owens. WRAL's Carly Haynes asked a former Superior Court judge why similar cases can have such different outcomes. She joins us live from State Superior Court in Raleigh with the explanation. Carly?
Gerald, in shootings where the child is the suspect, both the child and adults can face charges. But the charges for an adult are a lot more clear than they are for a kid. Two shootings involving children and two different outcomes.
Charging juveniles is not as simple and straightforward as it is to charge an adult.
That's the main message from former Superior Court Judge Carl Fox. As far as what charges adults often face in these cases, Fox says if there's evidence an adult failed to secure their gun, they could face a Class 1 misdemeanor for the weapons charge. It's unlikely they would be charged with the underlying crime.
Truly, most of the time, the adult would have no idea what the child might do with the gun.
In Edgecombe County, where a 10-year-old accidentally shot his 1-year-old cousin, the sheriff's office charged the 10-year-old's grandmother and mother, saying they neglected to safely store the gun. Well, in Cumberland County, the sheriff's office says charges against the 11-year-old are warranted in the shooting of 8-year-old Genesis, and a formal complaint was filed. The victim's family is also pushing for the adults who were in the home to be held accountable, but so far, no charges have been filed. For the majority of cases involving children, deciding whether to charge them with a crime becomes much more complicated. Fox tells WRAL it's hard to know what goes on in a kid's mind or if they even think the gun is real.
If it's an accident, it's one thing. If it's an actual just shooting, it's maybe a different thing.
Another question, whether or not they'll be tried as an adult if they do face charges. That often depends on how old the child is. It's a lengthy process. Fox says that's because serious punishments take serious discretion.
No one should put a timeline on how long it takes or that it's not serious or, what the evidence is because they take more time to reach a decision.
So what about the laws themselves? Well, Fox says don't anticipate any changes in juvenile justice in the short term. Crime rates fluctuate, so that means we need to see long-term trends before we can determine if changes to the legislation are necessary. Gerald.
And gun violence is the leading cause of death for children and teens in this country. A lot of work to do. Carly Haynes live in Raleigh. Thank you, Carly.